want to talk to you today about God's school, which is a sacred school, and it goes on not only while you are here, but through the years that will stretch out in front of you. And in God's school, that curriculum never has a vacation. It goes on all the time. Let me set that up by saying, when I was a first-year student here back in 1959, one of the guest preachers was Alan Redpath, who was at that time pastor of Moody Church up in Chicago. Can't remember what he was talking on, but I do remember and will never forget one statement he made that I have quoted on a number of occasions in my own ministry of now just about 45 years. He said, when God wants to do an impossible task, he takes an impossible person and crushes him. God's school is a sacred school of brokenness where we learn what the Lord revealed to Paul as he was writing somewhere in Macedonia, that second letter to the Corinthians, that my grace is sufficient. My strength is perfected in your weakness. Now, the problem comes in the school that God conducts in dealing with us, because most of us do not really truly believe that truth. We run from crushing. We resist it. And if you have been through some of it already, and I know if you have been in the Lord for very long, you've already begun that school, then you know pretty much what I'm going to say. God seems to take delight in cutting his servants down to size, so that in that spirit of genuine and true weakness, brokenness, and humility, he is able to use us and literally minister through us. I want to talk about that. I want to say it enough and just enough for you to hear it and not forget it. Even if we never see each other again, I hope you never forget what you hear this morning. God's desire is to remove from us all of the crutches that we have learned to lean on to get through the schooling of the past, or to get through trials, to get through impossibilities. God's desire is to remove all crutches but himself. His plan is to force us to stop relying on the flesh so that we might start relying on the Spirit. It's an intriguing study to see how God took many of his servants through this who are mentioned in the scriptures. I'm going to choose one today, and in choosing this one, I'm overlooking a half dozen others whose lives illustrate this just as clearly. Perhaps not quite as eloquently as this life. But here we will find the classic study of brokenness.